Mission Breakout is destroying Disneyland. And yes, I did see Bricky's blog about why Mission Breakout is literally destroying Disneyland. However, this is my take. So, when it comes to Disney California Adventure, you basically think of Hollywood, and especially since it is in California, you would expect an entire park themed around the iconic Hollywood signage and culture. However, it used to be that way back in the early 2000s, where you had Tower of Terror, aka the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and there stood an absolutely beautiful 199-foot, 11-inch playable Art Deco facade, which is basically its sister location in Disney World. Then kabam, fast forward to 2017, and next thing you know, it has been turned into a collector's fortress, aka Mission Breakout. And there it stands, covered and coated in tubes, and has no sense or relevance to California, and neither does the entirety of DCA, in my opinion. So instead of getting a really beautiful looking haunted hotel, all you see is a spacecraft entity literally sitting there out of place, especially if you have a room facing the mountain range in the Disneyland Hotel, and you used to be able to see the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which was very, very fitting given the California mountainous backdrop. And now it looks like a UFO had plopped down in the middle of California and somehow escaped Area 51. With the theming inconsistencies in mind, it is also the tallest structure in all of Disneyland, and it does set the tone of what you would be expecting in the Disneyland area, especially since Snow White's castle is like the tiniest castle in all six of the Disney parks. And it used to be you'd see this grand and miraculous hotel. Nope, not anymore. So you begin to wonder, what the heck is that spacecraft doing there? And why are we being greeted by a spacecraft, not Mickey Mouse, not Castle? And what the heck is going on with DCA? It's not DC, it's not Area 51, it's DCA. So with that being said, that is my main complaint about why Mission Breakout is aesthetically destroying Disneyland. And when it comes to Mission Breakout, what really gets me ranting the most is its interior. And yes, I kind of praise the ride system and how it makes use of the single shaft up and down system, rather than the tower in Disneyland that has a fifth dimension scene, the AVG, automated ride vehicle system that drives you across the tower. The DCA tower only has one shaft and it goes up and down. Something about that screen-based exterior really does take away from the entire experience. Not only do you not get a view of the entirety of DCA, you just see a bunch of screens in the inside, and it has absolutely nothing to do with California, Disneyland. And yes, I realize that there are some Guardian fans who do enjoy anything Guardians of the Galaxies. Heck, even one person said, I really do love Cosmic Rewind, but Mission Breakout does not fit anywhere in DCA. The reason being is that Mission Breakout literally has no relevancy when it comes to the Hollywood land and the future Pandora. So basically in the future, instead of seeing this gnarly spacecraft dominating all of Hollywood, you would literally see a spacecraft structure hovering over Pandora. And like the movies, and unfortunately in the Avatar franchise, any human-made spacecraft is really does signify the enemy. And if Disney is trying to go with global harmony, interplanetary harmony, seeing Mission Breakout will immediately take me out of that Pandora experience, like what we experienced in Animal Kingdom. And with that being said, if you enjoy my anti-Mission Breakout rants and ramblings, be sure to smash the thumbs up button for even more Tower of Terror trivia, and we'll see you in the next video.